it's time to go back so that people that are coming, we know this is how we do our things, so that Lagos will be able to prevent or reduce the rate of flooding, prevent incidents and spread of diseases, and ensure a living and economical type of environment.
But 10 years is a long time. People's orientation then is different from what we have now.
Yes.
How do you achieve, ensuring that people will key into this new state of cleanliness for the state?
Yes, before the government pronouncement and flag off, continuous interface, interaction with community at the community level, different stakeholders have been calling government that we need to reverse.
Okay.
We need to go back. So people are calling for it.
Okay.
So immediately Mr. Governor made the pronouncement, we embark on a lot of advocacies, stakeholders engagements, and all these are what we have put in place to ensure that there is success for this program.
Okay.
So people have key to it. It's not a matter of enforcement. This is voluntary commitment that the government have received. After the pronouncement, the market leaders, market women have given their commitment to the chairmen of respective LGAs that they are going to sit at home to ensure that their environment are clean. It will be after 8:30 that they will go to their respective market to make sales. The same thing to the private, to the transport sectors.
Okay.
The transporters, the unions, all of them are giving their mandate to government that they are going to ensure that they also sit at home to clean their own immediate environment before resuming at the park after 8:30. That the parks are also, we have been getting that as a commitment from people, and to ensure that there's going to be success for the program.
Okay, so we're expecting full compliance
Full
from
compliance.
Okay, let's talk about the sanitation situation in Lagos today. How serious, I don't want to use the word bad, how serious is it?
Yeah, sincerely, we have a lot of decay infrastructure, and it is attitudinal.
Okay.
People's behavior is what is leading us to the level we are now. And that is why we are saying we need to change people's orientation and mind. The problem is that we have some little challenges of transitioning between the linear operation to circular. We are trying to create an environment where everybody will see the waste, be able to see resources from it, and earn from it. So in doing that, and that is also to save the environment, because Lagos, as we all know, has a very limited land. The dump site, most of it are not, we don't have much spaces there. So as such, we have to reduce what we are taking to that place. So now with that we are doing, a lot of people are now not patronizing the government system of the PSP, and because they have seen government intervention coming in most cases. So that is actually what is leading to the backlash we are seeing in terms of waste management in the city. But government is really mopping up, doing the intervention, and the PSP are also being geared up to be up to the task of what they are engaged to do.
Before we started the show, we were having a conversation, and I told you that in my own access where I stay, which is Ogba access, that place is an eyesore when it comes to refuse disposal. Even though residents try to bag their waste properly, they're not being picked up by either PSP or Loma. What is causing this particular delay in cutting away people's waste?
Presently, as I said earlier, the state is doing a lot of intervention. The state is not, Loma is not supposed to be the one cutting waste.
Yeah, the regulatory body.
Yes, they are becoming regulatory, but they still have that intervention effort that they are doing. The PSPs are the one really doing the work. So we cannot blame them totally, because we have to blame the residents as well. Many of them are not paying for the service. People just feel it's a free issue. So some of people are now
shouldn't be where the orientation should start. Because come Saturday, if we still have that waste there, it's going to get worse.
See, come Saturday, we are trying to mop up the backlog. Then that is the effort that is going on advocacy and all those people have to pay for waste in Lagos. It is when they pay that they have the service. And that is one of those things we have been preaching, we have been telling them. If you are not paying the PSPs, how do you expect them to service you efficiently? Many are now dodging They are dodging. That is why they are bringing their waste to the medians, to the roadside, because they are not interested in paying. And government cannot wait for them to leave it like that. Government will always come and mop the media. The fact that they see that government will pick it tomorrow, they are bringing it down there. And they are dodging the PSP, saying, did you service us? Why must we pay you? Why must we do this? So the government, there is a model that government is doing, actually working upon now. And that will come up probably the next quarters of the first quarter of the year, where we have another PSP model, where government is going to centralize the billing system. With that, once you pay for a service, even where they are not servicing, you can easily call it to look, this man, despite paying, this person have not picked my waste. It won't be a matter of I won't pay, because whatever you drop on the road, the one you drop on the canals and then it's have been picked by government. And that is why people are just trying to
just behave anyhow. Okay, let's talk about the 2-hour window, 6:30 a.m. and 8:30. And you know, I read earlier that this movement will not be restricted. How is that going to be managed? You know how we are as a people. You know, even when there was restriction of movement, people were still moving.
Like as I said earlier, we have commitments. Commitment to the communities, to different stakeholders across the sectors. Many people, it is not everybody in Lagos that have a car. If the transporter says, I'm also going to clean my house, I'm not going to be out, then you will not have access to vehicle. If the market...
Now we trek.
It will be, but it will be minimal. Where you are trekking to, let me tell you, this is Saturday, very early, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, to 8:30. The market women are saying that we are also going to clean our house before coming to open the shop. So where you are going, hopefully you want to go and transact business. People that are coming to buy are saying, we want to do this. People that are going to sell are saying, we want to do this. And the commercial, corporate organizations, bank is not going to open between the hours of 6 and 8:30 on Saturday. Exactly. And all those things. So you realize that it's better for you to sit at home and do this thing within 2 hours without really affecting any economic...
But can much be achieved within that 2 hours?
Within that 2 hours, much can be achieved. I believe, see, in this era, we have a lot of people that are not used to cleaning. They just believe it has been outsourced. And by the time they go early, 6 o'clock in the morning, they come back 9 o'clock, they believe that it is what... They will not believe that what they left is what they are meeting. That probably a lot of other things have come. Okay. And whereas you have a lot of accumulating backlog, recurring issues that happen. So you, this time around, you are also going to participate yourself. The vegetal nuisances are going to be cleared. Your immediate drainage in front of your houses is going to be cleared. And all those. So doing that, participating physically is going to really assure why the government is well positioned to see to the evacuation of those space.
Okay, my colleague Abimbola has a question or some questions for you.
So, Ms. Sanuth, I'd just like for you to take us through the advocacy or the awareness building up to April 25. We remember that, of course, this exercise was flagged off by Mr. Governor in Mushin last month. So, what is the ministry doing build up to April 25th? Who are those that you're meeting at the moment? Are you carrying CDAs, CDCs? I know you've talked about market men and women. Other stakeholders that you're carrying along to ensure that at least this monsoon, which will be the first since the exercise will be resuscitated, is deemed as a success.
Yes, we are really carrying along everybody. Just the mantra is it's a collective responsibility. So as soon as the pronouncement was made, we have local government and community unit that is interfacing with the CDCs at the local government level and CDAs. The advocacy is going on there. We have the market unit that is interfacing with the market women with on daily advocacies. That one is also going on there. We invited the stakeholders to special strategic meetings. The chairman of the LG and LCDAs 57 in Lagos State, together with the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Commissioner, Local Government, Chieftaincy and Rural Development, at the strategic meeting. And this, they are also taking down to the grassroots. The same thing with the transport sector stakeholders that was meeting with the different unions of transportation in the state, with the service providers, transport agencies, all these were going. And presently, we have a lot of jingles going on radio, on television, even the state billboards. We have digital display of this now. So the announcement is going all around. People, in fact, a lot of people in the community are already aware of it. People are asking you, is it going to be up to 10 o'clock? No, don't worry. This time around, it's 6:30 to 8:30. People are used to that 10 o'clock, and they continue to ask of that. So all hands are on deck, and we are really working towards that, to have a successful implementation.
Sorry, Adebimpe, a lot of people are also worried. I'm glad you mentioned the time frame now, 6:30 to 8:30. But some people are also, they want assurances from the Ministry of Environment and perhaps also security agencies, that some security agencies will not use this as a witch hunting yardstick to either harass people or make them pay or part with undue money for being on the road at that particular point in time. So would like for you to expertly state it to our viewers now that within between 6:30 and 8:30 that they should be cleaning their homes. Should they be worried that they cannot walk on the roads?
Yeah, between 6:30 and 8:30, the state policy is that everybody should remain at home and clean your environment, your immediate environment.
But how do you monitor that if people
yes, we have
coming out to clean?
Then we have, you see, across the 57 local governments, we have a monitoring arrangement that have been made. We have directors, officers, and other MDAs that are assisting. All the government agencies, including the CAI, including the neighborhood, so they are all going to assist in monitoring. White people that are monitoring are there. And then we have the executive monitoring that is going to take place. The first lady is going to lead a team to his designated local government that day. The HOS is also going to lead another team. So the permanent secretaries, all of them are going to be on the field to monitor and also add to the advocacy on why people need to take it so serious.
Still talking about monitoring. If in a particular area, a particular house, they don't come out to clean their surroundings, is there any penalty or?
Yeah, there is going to be penalty based on environmental management and protection law provisions. It is not for not coming out, but if your environment is clean, it's not compulsory when you have a clean environment. Then people now say you must be outside doing
always clean.
Well, if your environment is clean,
okay.
There is nothing saying you are going to. But we get there, the monitor officer got there, and they find out that the environment is so filthy. You have your drainage is full that's supposed to be disilted, grasses, are in there, and you are not there to be found. Then your house could be papered, an abatement notice will be issued to you, giving you time to do it within thing. And failure to do that, then you'll be treated, sanctioned according to the provision of the law. Okay. That is what is going to be done.
So, one of the issues that I know that, the last, while environmental sanitation exercise was holding previously, was issues surrounding the time that the local government will come to take away the rubble that you've taken out from your gutters. So what has changed in that policy? And, when you bring refuse out from your gutters, you put them in front of your frontage. How long would those refuse need to stay there? Because they always say they need for them to dry before they come to take them away. So how many days, so that we also do not witness what we used to see then, that those things will go back into the gutters after staying there for many days and they don't come to take them away?
So by this arrangement, we are not expecting those waste to remain there till Monday. In our arrangement with the local government chairman, we've agreed that they are also going to assist the project, the policy, by hiring some tipping trucks. Okay. So in addition to what the government, in addition to what the state is providing, they are going to have that. And we also have some non-governmental organizations that are coming up to it, corporate organizations that are also partnering with the government to do CSR of releasing some trucks. And arrangements have been made at the dump site that are closer, such that there are going to be special tipping platform for those unconventional tipping trucks, like open truck tippers, and that the local government are engaging just to park. Everybody must evacuate out of the street. So we have special arrangement for them so that they can easily tip and then return. So all over the state, all the 57 local government chairmen have agreed to support with additional trucks that are not part of the conventional one that are going to be used for evacuation. The state are deploying their own intervention trucks. All the PSPs there is an arrangement with them that their trucks must be out that day evacuating. Additional meeting, even another meeting is still scheduled tomorrow with the PSP to finalize, to see their level of preparedness for this program. So we have that arrangement on ground.
Oh no, I was just because earlier, while he was talking about those that would be monitoring. He talked about the fact that permanent secretaries will be monitoring, the HOS will be monitoring. The First Lady will be monitoring across Lagos. So looking at the time frame between 6:30 and, we used to have it up until 10 a.m. and it gave ample opportunity for movement. But seeing that the time has now reduced and we're working towards 8:30 a.m. So after 8:30 a.m., if they are not able to monitor in other places, could their monitoring also extend till after 8:30?
Not at all.
Not at all.
The monitoring as designated.
Okay.
For example, the First Lady that Saturday will be going to Ikoyobalende.
Okay.
That is the only area is going to be designated. We just visit and make people do that. Okay. The HOS will be going to Agege. So it's not that the HOS will leave Agege, will now still be going to Shomolu. No. So designated teams to monitor respective places, and then we have the report falling in on Monday for collation to see how to improve on the system.
Okay, so what Adebimpe raised earlier concerning PSP operators, I know that you did say that, of course, PSP operators should be the one cutting away the refuse. But is the Ministry of Environment and Loma also ensuring that they stay on their neck to improve their services? But it also looks like their services might have dropped a bit. How they've been cutting away refuse, how they haven't been coming on days that they should come. And now that, of course, Saturday is just around the corner, we will generate more refuse. More waste. So what assurances do we have that the PSP operators will be up and doing on Saturday?
So we are so much in talk with them. As I told you earlier, we've had a meeting, and even tomorrow there's going to be another meeting with the PSP management on see their level of preparedness and then what needs to be done, any eye to be dot, anything to be crossed, to make sure that they perform effectively that day is one of those things we are looking at.
Okay, this sanitation, this this resuscitated sanitation exercise, is it a temporary intervention till, the Ministry of Environment, is satisfied that, okay, Lagos is now good, Lagos is now clean, then, okay, we will put a stop to it? Or is it going to be a continuous exercise? It's
going to be a continuous exercise. We are trying to revive a culture. So if you put that a culture, then it's going to be part of you. Like in our markets these days now, you don't need to tell anybody that Thursdays, don't worry, it's after 10 o'clock they open a market. It has become a culture.
I will talk about that market because you brought it up. Do you know how many times your ministry, you people, have also gone to seal up this market?
Yes.
Because of environmental infections. Yes. So it means that the weekly exercise, sanitation exercise, is not even doing much.
No, we see why they are being enforced. Because of management, not that they are not cleaning. When you enter your market, you realize, but sometimes you realize that people want to maximize the use of space. If you are saying this place should be a waste point in a market, by tomorrow you will realize that they will have constructed shops to make sure that put that into.
I was going to ask you, have you been to
it's not clearly that is why we are not saying. So why they are being short is because designated area for waste have been encroached upon. And they are not being well managed. That is why we sanction some of them, and we will not open them until we are able to recover the space that should be for waste, holding, and all those things that we are doing. So it's not really for Saturday cleaning. When you clean, you must put somewhere for them to cut. So it is because of their poor management of those areas that...
I'm not trying to call Ile-Epo market out, but because when you go there, they are selling here. The waste dump site is next to them there. And I keep wondering, what's going on here? You know,
the waste at the dump site in Ile-Epo has been closed for almost about 10 years now. Officially, there are no trucks going there to tip.
Okay.
Officially.
Okay.
So, but because the market is not far from it, some of them will pick their waste and go and dump there. That is what you have.
Okay.
But it has been officially closed over 10 years ago.
Okay. Again, how will this policy? No, I don't want to talk about policy. Lagos is a 24-hour economy state. So how do you balance now that sanitation exercise time with economic activity? Because some people, as early as 6:30, they're out there. They've started their businesses.
You see, that is why government has reduced the period from 10 to 8:30. It is just to ensure that the economic impact is not really, the economy is not impaired. So within that period of 6:30 to 8:30, even for people, it's a period you still have to take your home shower, rest, do all those things.
It's a period we exercise.
We exercise, yes. So the economic activity during that period is so minimal.
Okay.
And we don't think it's going to be affected significantly.
Abimbola, any more question?
I still want to get a better understanding of the no restriction, but you're not expected to be on the road. So if there's no restriction and then people say, oh, between 6:30 and 8:30, especially Adebimpe mentioned exercise, that's the time some people spend on Saturdays to do their work within their communities or within, their areas. We have people who hawk early in the morning to sell certain things between that area. So as much as government is saying no restriction, and then you've said here that, you're expected to stay at home, at what would you be breaking any law if you step out of your house between 6:30 and 8:30, come April 25th on Saturday, doing one thing or the other on the road?
You will not be breaking law stepping out, but you'll be breaking law if your environment is dirty. You'll be breaking the law if your household is dirty. So, just as we are saying, our interest is sanitation. Cleaning of your environment, getting your environment to be tidy is our interest. So, in as much as that is achieved, but we all know that where people are moving around and all those things, you will not be able to achieve that. That is why we are seeking for their commitment, which we said we've been having a lot of people. In fact, the people are yelling for this sanitation. That is also actually led us to
We
it.
agree that people are, but again, I remember that question I asked you earlier, one way or the other, you didn't answer it satisfactorily. So let me leave the police out of it. Let me use Kai officials.
Kai officials, yes.
Let me use Kai officials as examples here. So if I move out of my house between 6:30 and 8:30 on Saturday, and my surrounding is clean, and maybe I'm doing my walk, maybe on a major road around my area, and then car official says you can't be on the road at this time, would the car official be, would I have broken any law?
Will I take the car official to my house
I know
to go and see if my house
I know
is
that car official will not do that.
Okay.
Because car official is out to enforce sanitation law.
Okay.
So
perfect. That's why I went back to say, let's use car official more instead of using the police. You might not have control over the police.
CAI is Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Enforcement Corps.
Yeah,
so it will not come out. Though they have the right to arrest, that is there. When you have sanitation infraction,
right.
they can arrest you. They can do all
not
those
arrest because you're walking or you're... But it's advisable that you stay at home.
It is advisable that everybody stay at home. Yeah, if within your backyard, your front yard, you can still do your work and say that.
What if there's no work to... Anyway, I don't want to overflow that matter. Because some of us, we clean our environment, we clean our surroundings every day.
Every day, yes.
So, finally, just before we go, what is your message to Lagosians, who may be skeptical about this exercise? What should they expect and what is expected of them?
Yeah, the Lagosians are expected to support the government policy as related to issue of environment.
Okay.
Sanitation is preventive aspect of health. So it is when environment is healthy, then we are also going to be healthy. Our economy is going to be healthy. Then we have profit, we all live. So sustainability can be achieved. So commit our appeal is that people should support government this focus, this policy. Let us sit at home. Let us remain at home. Not sit. Let us remain at home.
Sleep,
let us engage in cleaning our environment, such that we all have a very good and livable city.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hassan Sanuth. Sorry, Abimbola, do you have any?
It's fine. I'm
okay.
good.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hassan Sanuth, Director of Sanitation Services, Office of Environmental Services. And we've been talking about the resuscitation of monthly environmental sanitation here in Lagos. My Lagosians, whether this initiative succeeds or not, it is still us. So we had better work with the Ministry of the Environment for a healthier Lagos. We'll be right back after this short break.